Hello, you guys. Happy Monday. I just wanted to check in, see how you guys were doing. And I wanted to share a word that stuck out to me in yesterday's devotional. And I probably should have shared it yesterday, but anyway, we're here today. So I spend a lot of time in the Old Testament. I spent a lot of time in the Old Testament last year, and I'm still in it today. So specifically, I've been in Ezra, and I was going through chapters 4 through 6 yesterday. And so, don't know how much you know about Ezra, but it's chapter 4 is where they're starting to rebuild the temple, and the first 5 verses of this chapter is what I want to share about. It says, "The enemies of Judah and Benjamin heard that the exiles were rebuilding a temple to the Lord, the God of Israel." And they did not like this, right? So they go up to Zerubbabel and they were like, "Oh, hey, let us work with you because we worship the same God and we've been sacrificing to him ever since they brought us here," which was not true. And Zerubbabel knew that, and so he was already pretty wise to it, and he's like, "Nope, you're not having any part to this." It says, "We alone will build a temple for the Lord, the God of Israel, just as King Cyrus of Persia commanded us." And that's, what was in the decree. So verse 4 is where it says, "Then the local residents tried to discourage and frighten the people of Judah to keep them from their work." And this is where I wanted to pause at. I have a lot of different things going on in my life right now, and it feels like there's just a ton of spiritual warfare hanging out. And here is God's people trying to rebuild the temple after everything that had happened. And the enemy doesn't like that. So you can already see here, they had already had one attempt to try to stop the rebuilding, or to sabotage it, really, is what they were trying to do. And now it says the locals were even trying to discourage and frighten people. And here was my thought about this, right? Like we identify the spiritual warfare here. We can see that there's a ton of opposition. We should expect that as Christians we're gonna have opposition, yes. But at the same time, you know what I felt like God was telling me was that sometimes the enemy will use people and they themselves don't even know why they're doing or saying what they're doing. We can get so wrapped up in these offenses from people and what they're doing in these attacks, and take it so personally because we know who they are and we care about them, respect them, or or not, but we know them, and so it just becomes a little bit more personal. We just like, oh, it just hits us a little bit harder, and it gets more frustrating. But sometimes, like, they don't even know that they're being used like a puppet, and we need to, as Christians, be able to identify that and rise above it, and then just reconnect with God, right? Because he's the one who's going to have the victory in the end. Doesn't matter that all this chaos is happening right now. It's going to be all right. And stand firm in your faith, and just keep your eyes on God throughout this whole time. There's a note here that my Bible says that I wanted to share, and it says, "If you expect these tactics, you won't be hindered by them. Move ahead with the work God has planned for you and trust him to show you how to overcome the obstacles." So I don't know, that really stuck with me, and it was on my heart again even more today. So I wanted to share it with you. Maybe somebody else needs to hear that. I know I needed to hear that, to just kind of pull away from that immediate situation, right? And let's really see what's going on here. The enemy is trying to sabotage what God has called you to, that you are already responding to and moving forward in faithfully. I also wanted to share today that I'm doing an online prayer call. I do these every month, once a month. It's usually the second Monday of each month, and so it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's online. It's through Google Meets, and so if you're interested, drop a comment and I can send you the link for it, and I'd love to have you on. It's very casual. You just pop in, we just pray for each other, share whatever's on your heart, and yeah, anybody can come. So I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later.